And about the constitution amendment pressured by the President William Ruto on the creation of the official opposition offices, it have been reacted by the Azimio La Umoja coalition leaders vigorously, considering that they are the targeted group to be silenced by President William Ruto. And today, Raila Odinga communicated through the Siaya Governor, Honorable James Orengo, and he is prohibiting the President from continuing with his processes of amending the Constitution through the Parliament and the Senate. This follows after several consultations with his leaders, basing on the fact that Azimio La Umoja coalition is more democratic, whereby it usually seeks its opinions and consultations from the mass or the crowd. And Azimio La Umoja coalition is urging the government to stop its processes of amending the constitution without the consent of the public. They are urging the public to participate in this process. And due to various reasons, they are against the creation of the official office of the opposition. And one of the biggest reasons is that President William Ruto rejected the BBI, and he was really against it when it was to be launched. And Azimio La Umoja coalition claims that BBI had followed legal procedures because first, it started with the civil education on educating the public about the importance of the BBI. Secondly, it was after the people's opinions, because it used a referendum to determine the strength of BBI, whereby when the majority said no to BBI, then it was not launched. And therefore, because President William Ruto rejected the launching of the BBI, which was started with Raila Odinga, then he is not allowed to use the BBI again to implement or to amend the constitution. This is the reason that has made the Azimio La Umoja people to be against the creation of the official office of the opposition. And another reason, Azimio La Umoja says that the President, the Parliament, and the Senate alone are not enough to make the constitutional amendments, because even if they have powers granted to them by the Constitution, especially the Parliament, which is a law-making body, it cannot go by its own decision to go and implement the laws so that they can amend the Constitution without seeking the public's participation. This is because the powers of the people, or the powers of the people of Kenya, is the one that is being exercised by the leaders. And therefore, Azimio La Umoja expects the Parliament to respect the powers of the people of Kenya. And to do this in a genuine way, they have to, one, to go and educate the people about the importance of creation of official office of the opposition. Two, they should also seek people's opinion through referendum, through other ways to collect the fact of the people. And it is also good to consider the interest of the majority, because they have the powers and they are the ones who elected these leaders to represent them in the government. And it is very dangerous for a government to be run by the leaders who do not listen to the people who gave them the authority to lead them, because it can lead to a revolt. And Raila Odinga is urging President William Ruto to respect the democracy, because the democracy, it is the powers which is in the hands of the people, and the leaders are the leading people in the interest of the people, and therefore they should not act in their own cycle, in their own powers, in their own decisions to implement the constitution without involving the people. A good example is about the Kamkunji rally, that it involved participation of Azimio supporters, and the creation of the official opposition office should also take the same steps of calling the people, consulting from them, educating them, and collecting the views and the opinions of the public. My good friends, let us watch on the following video as we continue channeling our opinions about the creation of the official office of the opposition.
The people fast. That is why you saw during the PBI process, there was a team that went all over the country. All over the country. Even if Parliament can change it, and Parliament is the wrong body to change a constitution. Because over the years, we had a very good constitution from Lancaster, but it was messed up by Parliament. A constitution is something that must go to the people, for the people to decide before it is taken to Parliament.
Cabinet secretaries cannot come to the floor of Parliament to answer questions right now because they are strangers. For them to do that, you must amend the constitution and allow them to serve as CSs and cabinet and members of Parliament. Again, to do that, that requires a referendum.
It is very dangerous when a new president comes into office and begins to talk about amending the constitution. Because, you know, you could just be trapping us by telling us good things, but the real intention is even to interfere with the presidential term limit, because that is where his interest is. So I want to ask our people, our politicians, our leaders, even members of Parliament, that
what will happen when Raila Odinga comes back to Kenya? What is really possible to happen is he is going to conduct another meeting on informing his supporters about this creation of official opposition office. And sincerely speaking, Raila Odinga usually seeks the public opinion, the opinion of the majority, and I'm sure when he comes back, he will talk to his supporters through several meetings, and this one will not be something to joke with, because the more President William Ruto is trying to come up with new tactics to silence Raila Odinga, he is giving Raila Odinga more reasons to conduct rallies, meetings, and to criticize the government. Just stay tuned and we see what will happen next. Thank you for watching.